How do I then reach these goals as a mom who is encountering the everyday struggle of trying to get things done while having kids? Because let's be clear, I'm not just a mom, I'm a whole woman, I'm a whole wife, I'm a sister, I'm a friend. As women, as moms, we wear a whole bunch of hats. And so the buck doesn't stop at just being a mom. What's up, beautiful mommies? I am LaTrenda, and I'm gathering all of us mommies together who are overwhelmed with the responsibility of raising small children while trying to reach our goals as women. And I am encouraging us and showing us how to strategically and systematically reach our goals so that we are well-grounded, well-rounded, and purpose-filled mommies. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to actually set goals and achieve them in a very strategic and systematic way. What I found is that if I was researching ways to reach my goals, I found it very difficult to find information out there that could help me to reach my goals in very actionable ways. So I'm going to be giving you guys the Work It method, which is a method that has been working amazing for me. So let's just get into what the Work It method is. So the first thing that you're going to need to do, mommy, is write it down. So you have 10,000 things on your mind and you're trying to get things done and you just can't, for the life of it, get it together because your mind is bombarded with so many things. So what you guys see here is a digital product that I created entitled Reaching My Goals as a Mom, Harmonious Execution. And it's an easy way for us to be able to follow the Work It method so that we can, in a very actionable way, reach our goals this year. And it's available if you click the link down below. The book is organized in a way that it will allow you to brain dump all the goals that you have in categories. So we have personal, we have marital, we have parental, home, finances, business and work, and recreation and hobbies. And that is the way that the book is categorized. And the book in each section will let you know what is a good description of any goals that you want to set. So for example, anything that has to do with me, my personal health, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, I'm going to dump all of my goals in that section. And then the same thing for marriage and so on and so forth. The next step is to evaluate. You need to evaluate why you want to set and reach these goals. I think what happens is a lot of times we see these amazing goals that we want to achieve, or we see other mommies out there reaching certain goals, or we may be like, oh, okay, I want to lose 20 pounds, but we don't really take the time to evaluate how we can actually reach those goals, if those goals are even a priority in our life. And so if you're following in the book, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and make a circle, a heart, a star, an emoji, it doesn't matter, next to the goals that are most important to you. Now, how do you evaluate what's most important? You need to ask yourself specific questions like, why do I want to reach this goal? If I reach this goal right now, would it make a major impact on my life? What goal, if I don't reach it within the next week or month, will have a really bad effect on my life if I don't go ahead and try to reach it? So go ahead and evaluate, circle, star, check, X, whatever, all of the goals that you feel like are most important at this time and at this moment. Now, out of all of those, take the time to pick 6 goals out of each section. 6 goals out of each section. Go ahead and say, out of all the ones that I thought were a priority, what is a high priority out of each of these goals? And as you can see here in the workbook, I have 6 little boxes for each section. That way you can go ahead and you can write it. You can visually see which ones are a priority. And if you find that in one of the categories is just not your life, you can go ahead and replace it in something else. Find what works for you. Now, the next step is to let it register in your soul, okay? So when we're reaching goals and we're picking out things that we want to try to do, and, we have these big goals in mind, I think a lot of times what tends to happen along with evaluating our goals is that we don't let it register in us, that these are the changes that we really need to make in our life. And so what winds up happening is they don't really have that big of an impact on us, and we, as a result, we don't really try to go full force to achieve those goals. So go ahead, mama, let it register in your soul, look at it, take a picture, let it process in your heart that these are the changes that you are going to be making this year. So the next step that you need to do is to collect information, collect resources, collect tools, collect the products that you need to be able to achieve this goal. Do not ignore this step. This is what's going to help you to be able to feel equipped and prepared. So maybe you decided that this year I want to lose 20 pounds, 10 pounds, 5 pounds, whatever it is. Well, you need to go ahead and you need to do a little bit of research on how to work out, food to eat, times to work out during the day. Collect the information that you need, but warning, do not become a professional researcher, because once you become a professional researcher, that will it will technically feed your weakness for procrastination. And if you're anything like me where you are a procrastinator, then this is a no-no. So don't spend 3 months researching how to make a pizza. Okay, now it's some other stuff that you might need to do a little bit more of extensive research. Don't shorthand that, but the little stuff that is not a big deal, don't spend too long and giving yourself reasons to not actually move in action, if you get what I'm saying. Okay, the next step is to implement it. Mommy, do your thing. Go ahead and start implementing your goals. Don't sit around and give yourself reasons of why you can't do it, because up to this point you have done the steps that were necessary in order to start your goals, right? And so you're not unprepared and you don't know why you're doing what you're doing. You have done all the steps up until this point that you need to do in order to start implementing the process that you need to do in order to reach your goal. Don't procrastinate. So the next step, which is a game changer, is to take 7 days and implement this goal. 7 days is like the sweet spot, okay? It's not too long, but it's not too short enough for you to not to see the results that you're trying to reach. And so, for example, going back to the workout issue, if you decide that you want to start working out, give yourself a good 7 days. Work out every day for those 7 days. So now what this will allow you to do is to evaluate what place working out or whatever that goal is has in your life. So if you decide, okay, I'm working out every day, but I don't really like working out 7 days a week, I would prefer to work out maybe 3 days a week. I don't like this type of workout. Maybe I want to do more strength workouts instead of cardio workouts. So 7 days gives you a good evaluation of how it's going to feel in your life. It might not be like drastic changes, but if you do something for 7 days over and over again for an entire week, you'll start to be able to see what kind of place it plays in your life. Now, the next step is to take a timeout. And we might do this with our babies when they're not listening or they've done something they shouldn't have been doing. We tell them, go on timeout, take a minute to yourself. Mommy, you got to do the same thing. You got to take a minute to yourself. You got to take a minute to process what's going on right now, because you're not just going about this willy-nilly. At this point, you're putting in the work to reach your goals. And there will be moments when, as a mom, that you find that when you're doing your thing, your kids, they come, they interrupt, they mess up your whole thing, and now you're stuck because you feel like, I can't do this. For example, if I'm trying to cook more at home, and if you're like me and you're breastfeeding a newborn, and your baby decides that they just want to interrupt, they just want mommy, they just want the boob, they want the milk, just like she on me now while I'm recording a video. Did you know? Did you see a little hand pop up every now and then? I didn't let that stop me. So you need to ask yourself 2 questions. One, even though I'm trying to reach this goal, can this wait right now? Can I Can I reschedule this right now in a different part of the day? Don't not do it. Well, that's not good grammar. Keep doing it, okay? Keep going forth with it, but understand that your babies won't be babies forever. These cute little hands and these little fat chunky toes, it's not going to be like that forever. And so you don't want to be so absorbed in you chucking up the deuces to your babies and riding off in the sunset of reaching my goals that you miss out on memorable moments with your babies. Next thing you need to figure out is, can my babies wait? Like, can I give them something for a moment to distract them? Can I give them a snack? Can I give them a tablet to play with. I know some mommies is like, I don't want to give my babies tablets, and I get it. I understand. And so you got to make your own choices and decisions, but at the same time, mommy, you are trying to get stuff done. And if baby girl or baby boy got to wait for a minute, they got to wait for a minute, because mommy is trying to be well-rounded, well-grounded, and a purpose-filled woman, and you got to wait just a few minutes. Just give mommy a second, okay? So now when that is all said and done, at the end of each week, what you need to do is to figure out, how is this working in my life? Now, this is not part of the acronym, but it's actually in the book, and you'll be able to see it because I have it written down in a certain way that it's just easy to follow. So at this point, you're going to be figuring out, okay, how is this working for me? You're going to do an evaluation at the end of the week. What place does this play in my life? Am I going to be doing this on a daily, a weekly, a monthly, or yearly basis? At that point, and here's the other game changer. Pull out your phone, mommy. Whatever. Pull out something that can help you to set a timer, because at this point, I think what happens is we get into, and this is the reason why I put this part in the book. There's so many times I had goals and I'm trying to get to it, and I'm like, I'm getting it and I'm going, and what happens? You get so busy that you forget. Set yourself a timer or an alarm or something, so that you can be able to be reminded that this is what I need to do today. Oh man, I got caught up in this. I need to stop what I'm doing and go ahead and pursue my goal. Oh, I didn't know today was the day that I'm supposed to be starting this. It happens. I know we don't like to think that it won't happen to us, but we're raising babies, we're raising little ones, and life can just get hectic and busy, especially if you're not the type of mommy that has like a type A personality, because I don't. I'm a thinker, I'm a absorber, and it's really easy for me to procrastinate. So there you go, mommy, reaching my goals as a mom, work it method, harmonious execution. Because at the end of the day, our goal is to be able to do all the things that we want to do, not as just mommies, but as actual women. We don't stop at just being a mom. Like, we have so many hats to wear and so much in life to enjoy besides just taking care of our children, which is a huge blessing. But if you're anything like me, it's like, man, I have all these creative abilities, and being a mom is just absorbing my time. And that's because I didn't have a plan. I didn't have schedules. I didn't have routines. I didn't have anything. I'm just like winging it. So it's one question that I'll pose to you. What method are you using to be able to implement reaching your goals? So hopefully those steps were super helpful. Go ahead and make your purchase for the Work It Method Harmonious Execution Goal Planner. And I'm going to be coming in weekly and showing you guys how I actually reach my goals, or the actionable steps that I take in my life, so that you're not just hearing it, but you're actually seeing an example of what that looks like. And hopefully my life will be of some help. Maybe I will be able to encourage and to motivate you mommies, all of us together, to get out there, to get it done, and to reach our goals as mommies. The next time, guys. Mwah. I can hear y'all. So when. What's up, beautiful mommies? I'm LaTrenda, and I am gathering all of us mommies together.
In the darkest hour, I wanna come for you. I know you've been